Meta may have made one of the most confusing new turns in tech history. Horizon Worlds on the Quest looked dead. Then suddenly it wasn't? And now people are asking the same question everywhere. Is Meta saving the metaverse or slowly walking away from it? Well, Meta's recent decision to reverse its plan to shut down Horizon Worlds, the company's ambitious virtual reality platform, has stirred up a whirlwind of reactions and speculation. Originally launched in December 2021, Horizon Worlds was meant to be the flagship product for Meta's vision of the metaverse, with CEO Mark Zuckerberg promoting it as the future of the internet. It was aimed to take a giant leap into the digital frontier by offering a fully immersive VR experience. Meta was hoping to create, share, and explore virtual worlds, socialize with friends, and even build games. The concept was so compelling, an expansive digital space where people could meet, build, and experience things together in ways that went beyond traditional online social media. However, despite Zuckerberg's ambitious metaverse vision, Horizon Worlds struggled to capture the public's imagination. It faced challenges such as technical glitches, lack of compelling content, clunky interface, and a disappointing user engagement. Many more of the $10 billion that the company spent on its reality division came under scrutiny, especially as Meta faced financial pressures. Then came March 2026.
Do it.
Meta stunned the tech world with the announcement that it would be shutting down Horizon Worlds on VR headsets entirely, removing the app from the Meta Quest store by March 31st, 2026, and fully cutting off VR access by June 15th, 2026. This seemed to be the right decision considering the situation, a shift away from the VR-centric metaverse concept towards other priorities, notably mobile applications and artificial intelligence, where Meta had seen much more success. This move is also the final blow to a notion of a metaverse driven by VR, as Meta pivoted its focus to other platforms. But just as quickly as it was announced, Meta did a complete U-turn. Meta's Chief Technology Officer, Andrew Botsworth, quickly jumps in, showing that Meta had heard the backlash from users, creators, and tech observers who were not ready to watch one of the company's most symbolic products vanish so abruptly. But even with that U-turn, the message behind the lines was impossible to ignore. Horizon Worlds may still be alive, but it is no longer the shining future Meta once promised. It is being kept online but not truly pushed forward. Meta is no longer focused on building new worlds, new experiences, or major new momentum for Horizon Worlds in VR. Instead, the platform is being placed in what can only be described as a maintenance phase. Existing users can stay, old experiences can remain, and the digital doors will not be slammed just yet. But the energy, ambition, and aggressive path forward all have shifted somewhere else. And that somewhere else is mobile. For years, Meta tried to sell the public on a bold vision of the future, one where people with VR headsets would become the new gateway to this digital utopia. One where people would gather, work, play, and socialize and create inside immersive virtual spaces. But reality has a cruel way of humbling even one of the biggest tech empires. VR, for all its promise, has still not become a truly mass habit market. It remains fascinating, powerful, but not yet essential. Most people are not living in headsets. Most people are not spending hours every day inside virtual worlds. And Meta knows that better than anyone, because the company already owns some of the most dominant mobile platforms on Earth. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, these are cultural infrastructure to our digital worlds. They have scale and reach in a way that VR simply is not matched. So, when Meta began rethinking this digital world, the logic behind the pivot became painfully obvious. Why keep pouring energy into a niche format when billions of people already exist inside your mobile ecosystem? Admitting the next phase may be far less futuristic and far more familiar. Instead of asking users to step into an entirely new digital universe through VR, Meta is increasingly exploring ways to bring metaverse-like experiences to the screens people already use every single day. That means mobile becomes the real battlefield. It's accessible and already embedded into everyday life, but that isn't the only reason. This doesn't mean that VR and AR don't have any future. VR continues to matter in gaming, simulation training, education, mental health, and professional development. AR, meanwhile, may end up becoming the more natural bridge to mass adoption, because it enhances reality instead of asking people to do. I don't think that part is really gonna die, because there's a crucial difference between putting on a clunky headset and using it for an actual purpose. Now for the question that all of you have been waiting for. What does this all mean for Meta?
Our company is now Meta, but now we have a new North Star to help bring the metaverse to life. And we have a new name that reflects the full breadth of what we do and the future that we want to help build. From now on, we're going to be Metaverse first, not Facebook first.
Meta made this statement, and it says, "We have decided just today, in fact, that we will keep Horizon Worlds working in VR for existing games." He added that the Horizon Unity runtime that it currently exists will continue to operate in VR. At the same time, Meta isn't currently planning on making any more Horizon World games for VR, and that's because the creator and consumer energy were already big on mobile. The fans have managed to save Horizon Worlds, but it means different. Well, in the end, what this means for Meta is the company is no longer marching confidently behind one giant banner. It's marching to compete with rivals like Apple, Microsoft, and Google. Whether that works remains an open question. But in the end, one can say that Meta's metaverse vision has not disappeared. In fact, a lot of people believe that it's mutated. It's become messier, less pure, less cinematic, and far more grounded in practical realities of how people actually use technology. That may disappoint those who wanted a dramatic leap into the new digital age, but it also may be the only realistic way forward. Yeah, Horizon Worlds was supposed to be the future, and now everyone uses it as a clown, stupid example. But I also think that this is why this moment matters so much. It is not the end of the metaverse. It's the end of what Meta sold, put the huge nuke on. What comes next may not be as great, may also be less glamorous, like Roblox, but it also may be far more real. You should subscribe because these take a very long time and I edit them all by myself, so. But what do you think about Meta's shift away from the metaverse? Let me know in the comments down below.